Hey, True Believers, England Teen here with another top 10 comic books sold to readers. Now, you may have seen Comic-Con. That is what the comic book shops are ordering. This is what the comic book readers are leaving those shops with, preferably after paying for them. Once we do a countdown on the hardcover copies or hard copies, we're going to go over to Comixology, world's largest digital comic book shop, and see who wins the week. Is it Marvel or is it DC? These are the comic book shops that take part in the countdown. This is from Bleeding Cool, so take it with a grain of salt. If you're ever in their area, by all means, stop by, say hi, maybe buy something, and don't forget to support your own local comic book shop. Now, with all that aside, and without further ado, let's get this party started. At number 10 is Aquaman, number 51. Coming in at number 9, Daredevil, number 10. In the number 8 spot is Valkyrie, number 2. At number 7 is Ghost Spider, number 1. In the number 6 spot is History of the Marvel Universe, number 2. Starting off the top 5 is Guardians of the Galaxy, number 8. At number 4 we have Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool, number 1. In the number 3 spot is Superman Year 1, number 2. And the runner-up in the number 2 spot is Batman, number 77. And coming in at number 1 is Power of X, number 2. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, for those who are new here, I have not been shy about saying I'm a DC fan. Granted, I don't always like the books, but I'm just a fan of the characters a little bit more. What a butt kicking that was. Come on, guys. 7 Marvel in the countdown, only 3 DC. Look, I understand that DC Comics is not producing as much as Marvel, but still they're making more than 3 comics. They're making more than 10, as a matter of fact. Oy vey, what a buck. They couldn't even take number 1 this time. Usually it's Batman, but no, that goes to the X-Men. Sad. Sad, sad day. Sad day. Sad day for the England team. Anyway, that's what I got to say about this. Let's find out what the comic book shops have to say about this week's countdown. The X-Men continue to dominate the weekly top 10 list at FFF, with Powers of X taking the top spot, outselling every copy of Batman we got this week. Batman was, of course, our second place bestseller, and we'd have sold more if we could have, but the hype was real, and we were completely sold out by Friday night. Now we'll just have to see how long the big change lasts. Riding this week's shocking coattails, Batman number 76 managed to squeak into the top 10 again this week, taking the number 10 spot. Also making an appearance on a subsequent week is Once and Future hitting the number 6 spot on its second week. Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool and Guardians both sold well, one because it's Carnage and Deadpool, and the other because it's Kate's. Superman Year 1 sold strong on its second issue, which is great to see coming from 2 love 'em or hate 'em artists. The surprise of the week has to go to Black Mask one-shot. The event tie-in, the one-shots at that, are hit and miss, and this was definitely more hit. Hopefully the rest of them can do the same. Well, I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I'm hoping that the second issue of Year 1 is better than the first. It really is good to see that this Absolute Carnage is going well, because as much as I'm not a fan of the symbiotes, I got to admit, so far so good on this story. This is something I have kept up on. And for as much as I yell about the DC thing, I've kept more up on Absolute Carnage than I have on Batman. Whoops. Started this week a little worried that 2 issues of Powers of X out in a row would possibly hinder sales. I've heard from a few readers now that they much prefer House of X, despite the fact that the 2 stories read like one or caused confusion. But fortunately, that wasn't the case. Powers performed just as well this week as last, and as well as HOX this week, or the week before that. It's worth noting that I've had more people start pull lists in the past month than I've probably had in the last year combined, and it's been almost exclusively for POX and HOX. Batman number 77 trailed along in second, selling less than it used to, despite the fact that this issue was hot. Ghost Spider enjoyed a great first issue, though the primary complaint I've heard is that no one really likes the fact that they took Spider-Gwen out of the title. Superman Year 1 seems to be underperforming, not even matching our average Superman or action sales. Next week looks to be much bigger as far as new releases go, so I'm interested to see if those numbers climb much in the second week. I am always fascinated with the stories of this comic shop sells the same comic book as this comic book shop does, and this one is selling very well and this one isn't. You know, it's just, I guess not as many people all across the country are into Superman number 2, but then again, that could be why it's number 3. But to choose Bendis' Superman over Frank Miller's Superman, yikes. Everyone wanted Batman 77, but when you got 9 covers competing with 2 covers, Powers of X number 3 still took the number 1 spot. Can't seem to find the ceiling on these Hickman X books as more and more people sign up for the comic with every issue. Huge, much needed X hit for Marvel. Superman Year 1, while selling very well, has to be one of the worst comics I've read in years. I understand the selling power of the word Frank Miller, but come on, folks, this thing is one of the biggest train wrecks I've seen. Is there no editorial oversight on this thing? It fascinates in the sense of looking at how bad a comic can be written and still be a massive hit. Wow, I think I like this guy. He's got a head on his shoulders. At least it was for the first issue. Haven't read the second issue yet, like I said. But if you want an idea of how a book can be a hit and still be written, as he says, like a train wreck, Brian Michael Bendis on damn near anything. Seriously. How is he still a thing? Zero surprise that Power of X number 3 is our bestseller this week, obliterating every other title on our racks and sales. However, this week also had the reprints of previous issues hit the shelves, which means Hoxpox is all over our list this time around. Not that anyone is complaining. It's really a blessing to see X-Men comics both telling strong stories and doing numbers. Towards the middle of the list, we have a couple of number 1s with a tie-in miniseries, Absolute Carnage vs. Deadpool, and rebooted ongoing Ghost Spider, aka Spider-Gwen. Other popular titles this week include the usual Batman, as well as the Guardians of the Galaxy and History of the Marvel Universe. For a little excitement outside the big two, Blade Runner 2019 continues to prove fairly popular. Oy vey, I haven't read the History of the Marvel Universe Part 2 either, but my review of the first one was basically, it is a YouTube video that you're plopping down $4.99 for however much it cost, I forgot. Seriously though, it was okay, nothing special, I guess. Didn't, like, you know, hurt me or anything, I don't know. Anyway, that's what the comic book shops have to say about the countdown. Now we're going to go on over to Comixology, world's largest digital comic book shop, and we're going to do the digital countdown, see who wins the week. Is it Marvel? Is it DC? Will there be another beatdown? Probably so. DC has not been winning a lot recently since they cut down, but I'm telling you, they do put out enough books to win this, although they have to hit with damn near every one, so it's always a Marvel. Marvel has to step up. Anyway, let's go on over to Comixology. At number 10, we have Tony Stark, Iron Man. Number 15, are you kidding? Okay, save the editorial. At number 9, Star Wars, Dr. Aphra. Number 35. Coming in at number 8 is Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. Number 2. In the 7th spot is that YouTube video on paper called History of the Marvel Universe. Number 2. Coming in at number 6 is Daredevil. Number 10. In the number 5 spot is Guardians of the Galaxy, number 8. Coming in at number 4, Valkyrie, number 2. At number 3, we have Superman Year 1, number 2. And once again in the runner-up spot at number 2 is Batman number 77. Which, of course, puts Power of X, number 3, in the number 1 spot digitally as well. Wow, just the same. It's the same as the last time. 3 and 7, Marvel's favor. We know that Marvel owns the back half, so at this point it's just let's watch how bad the massacre can get, because DC ain't catching up. DC's not winning this. At number 11 is Power of X number 2, and it is now 8-3 in Marvel's favor. Coming in at number 12 is Nightwing number 63. It's now 8-4, still Marvel. Number 13 is Ghost Spider number 1. It's 9-4 Marvel's favor. Number 14 is Dolly Parton time, 9-5 Marvel's favor with Aquaman number 51. Holy Toledo, DC's making a run for it. Teen Titans number 33 makes it 9-6 in Marvel's favor. At number 16, we have the Superior Spider-Man. Number 10, it's 10-6 in Marvel's favor. DC's trying to hold on. Black Mask Year the Villain at number 17. It's now 10-7, still Marvel. Number 18 seals the win. Ms. Marvel number 6. It's now 11-7. Number 19 is Power of X number 1. It's now 12-7, Marvel's favor. And at number 20 is Star Wars TIE Fighter number 5. It ends 13-7. Wow, there you go, guys. My DC just got taken out badly. Holy Toledo. Anyway, what did you think of the countdown? What do you think is way too high on the list? What do you think is way too low on the list? And what do you think was out this week that should have been on it that wasn't? Any number of the DC books. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe. Make sure you're ringing that notification bell that your notifications are on. Don't forget, if you want to help support the channel, go on over to Ko-Fi or to Patreon. Drop $1 in the till. Helps keep the lights on. Helps keep making videos for you. And if you want us to work for our money, don't forget to go on over to Ko-Fi as well, and you can commission a video. I've had quite a few people do that, and it's easy and a lot of fun for me. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the videos. You just go on over, you pick any of the categories, any topic you want in any of those categories, and tell me what you want, and I will do it. A lot of people have done it already, and I'm very much looking forward to what you could come up with. So, once again, links in the description below. Go right on over to Ko-Fi, commission your own video. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.